The topic that I have chosen today is Solve for Why, my work, my inspiration, and my drive. You know what I am today? It's the evolved me. And the credit goes to my journey, the journey that I'm going to be sharing with you today. When you're born as a girl, you're already the weaker sex in the society. There are a lot of expectations from you. You are always told that you're limited. You're always told that you have boundaries. You have certain norms to follow, certain rules to abide by. You have to be perfect in every role that is given to you, be it a daughter, a granddaughter, sister, wife, mother, so on and so forth. It's a never ending list. So, what we are conditioned as a child is to be perfect. And how do you be perfect? You be perfect by pleasing everybody. So we are conditioned to please everyone, to make everyone happy, so that it's a happy family, it's a happy world. But in that whole process, you actually lose yourself. You actually get lost. You feel that what is your purpose? Is this your purpose that you're living for? What is your drive? What's your passion? Or is it just to please others, to make everyone happy? And so you feel that everybody is happy, so the world is happy. So, my mother once asked me, she said, Shipra, what do you want to become? And what do you want to do in life? And I told her that I would like to travel the world. I would like to, I would like to show, I would like to represent my country and be paid for it. So she actually laughed and she did not believe me. But that did not sway my belief because I believed in it. I believed I can do it. I believed in my passion. I believed in my belief for that passion. And I wanted to change the world. Like all of us, we want to change the world. We've come here for a purpose. Like Mr. Bajaj rightly said, you have a purpose, find a purpose. So for me, it was my mother actually enrolled me for Masterchef. And because she knew that I'm so passionate about cooking and feeding people, I'm really, really passionate. And that's something that I know, that's something that I have lived all my life with. It's my only constant. And when I won MasterChef, a lot of people came to me and they told me, oh my God, this is amazing. You've done so well. You have a voice now. You're so well recognized. You proved your worth. Now, people will look up at you, and you achieved what you wanted to achieve. But frankly speaking, deep down inside of me, I just knew that this wasn't enough. The purpose, the cause of my life wasn't this. It was much bigger and much deeper. And I went on with the journey. I took being a chef as my profession. I traveled across the globe. I have represented India and Indian cuisine in international platforms. I've won a lot of awards and recognition internationally. And I have several books that I have written. And I've done several shows all across the globe. And today, when I ask my mother, she looks at me and she says, you've done it. We are so proud of you. And that actually is the real achievement. That's the achievement which I really feel I have achieved. But my real drive in life is to prove myself and the world that women can be achievers. Women can achieve if they get equal opportunity as men. I would like to share another incident with you right now. I was doing some trials, and there was an elderly chef who had come for the trials, and he did not take up the job. And I was quite curious, and I knew the reason why he did not take a job, because he was intimidated by a young woman boss, and he could not make peace with it. It was kind of shocking to me, but at the same time, I told myself that the gender bias is not limited to a city or a person, it's a mindset. It's a mindset which is in a lot of us, and we need to change it. And when there's time, there are times where you believe, like really believe in something, and you say that I'm going to stand for it. But if you truly stand, the fears that you have, that if you stand, is somebody going to stand up with you? Is somebody going to stand up for you? These fears keep us withdrawn and we just go with the flow. But when you have that will, when you find your own passion and you believe in your passion, then you will have many people who will believe in your belief. And when many people believe in your belief, you will get enough courage to stand up for yourself and to achieve and to move on and on. So for me, it was aiming and achieving, aiming and achieving. Sometimes in life, it's not always the one who's fighting or shouting to prove that he's right. You can't prove that you're right by fighting and shouting and looking down on people. Sometimes you have to let your work speak for yourself. You have to let your achievement speak for itself. But that will only happen if you truly believe in your own self, if you truly believe and know your own passion, because that becomes a driving force. It's really strange that women empowerment has been misunderstood. Women empowerment is not about one-upmanship on men. Women empowerment is not about I'm superior to the other men or I'm superior to men. That's not women empowerment. Women empowerment actually means giving a helping hand, a supportive hand to the other woman to achieve her dreams. That is women empowerment in the real sense. And for all of you, your students, and you are born in this digital era, you know, there were years back, being a chef wasn't even a career. Nobody said, oh, I'm going to be a chef. Oh, my son wants to be a chef, or my daughter will be a chef. It wasn't a career that you would seek out for. And today, they are celebrated. Chefs are celebrated. It's amazing how world changes. And you know how world changes? It changes with the likes of you and me. If we change our mindset, the world will change. Because each one of us is so important. We might look really tiny and small, but each one of us is so important once we believe in ourselves. And that really inspires me. I am inspired by every woman who's an achiever, every woman who's a boss, a super boss, or even a street vendor, who believes in his recipe. And, he stands in the scorching heat with that cart and serves people. He believes that his recipe is so good that people are going to come to him and eat. And they do. There's so many people who have their favorite street food or street foods, vendors. It's amazing. And that is what is so inspiring. I get inspired by when I see old people working to support their family, to support themselves, to not give up. That gives me a lot of inspiration. And that gives me a good drive to drive ahead and to move on till everything is changed. And for you all, you have such amazing life in front of you. Most of you will be choosing careers or studying further, choosing some subjects. And everything for you all is on a click of a button, and you have it there. The world has become such a small place with digitization. It's unbelievable. You can know what somebody is doing in France, what are the trends, what are the fashion trends, what are the makeup trends, what are the food trends. It's so easy. The world has become a smaller place. But before you jump into anything, a career or a subject or a job, ask yourself what you truly believe in. Even if you don't have people standing by you at that moment, if you really believe in your passion, you will find people who will believe in your belief. And that is going to give you a lot of courage. and find your own whys. I really hope and pray for all of you that you find your own whys. Money is not the right why. It has to be a bigger cause. There has to be a bigger reason for you to do something that you aim at doing or you are already doing. Give yourself some time. Don't come under peer pressure or parent pressure or a societal pressure, because these things are going to be there. If you think out of the box, you will, and if you follow your passion majorly, if you follow your passion and you believe in yourself, in your passion, you will definitely be an achiever. You will definitely succeed. And I don't mean, when I say succeed, especially for women, I don't mean, success is very subjective and you can't measure success. You can't measure success. For some can be to be a boss or a super boss or to have their own company. For other girls can be to, or other men can be to raise a happy, healthy and united family. In both the cases, both are successful. But it is up to you what you think drives you, what gives you inspiration. Because by the end of it, you don't want to regret that I didn't do this. I could have done better. I would have picked up this subject and I was made for it. Life with regrets is not a very happy life. And we all aim and we all pray that we all are happy, because life is about being happy and sharing the happiness.